Alright guys, so nice real quick lesson here today. We only have 3 problems. We are going to be working with our percent proportion. Remember, proportion meant we had a fraction equal to a fraction. So when we're working with our percent proportion, we are always talking about our part over our whole equals our percent over 100. Percent is out of 100, so this here is always 100. When we're reading through the problems, you might notice words like is and of. So is represents our part, of represents our whole, percent is obviously the percentage sign. So the first thing we want to do is find the percent. So 12 is what percent of 32? So we go through, highlight a couple pieces. So 12 is our numerator, that is our part. Then of 32, of was our denominator, and then we're looking for what percent, so there's our variable. So 12 over 32 equals x over 100. And do our cross multiply and divide, that palm tree method from last chapter. So 12 times 100 gives us 1,200 equals 32 times x is 32x. We divide by the number with the variable, and we get x equals 1,200 divided by 32 is 37.5. We are looking for a percent, so we need to make sure we label that 37.5%. If you need to write that middle step in here, go ahead and write that. I'll put that on the next problem just to remind you where those numbers are coming from. Okay, so there's an example where we're looking for the percent. Now let's look at one where we're looking for the part. So again, if we go through, highlight some things. What number is, so what number is, that's our is, so that's our variable. And we have 15.5%, percent's in our numerator. And then we see of 450, of was our denominator. So what number is, variable, over our of, which was 450, that equals our percent, 15.5. Percent is always over 100. So again, we want to do our cross multiply and divide. Our palm tree method, so 100 times x equals 450 times 15.5. Go ahead and do the operation. So we have 100x, fix that x there, equals 450 times 15.5 is 6,975. Again, divide by the number with our variable, so divide by 100. 6,975 divided by 100 is 69.75. We're just talking about a number this time, so no label, 69.75. Okay, so we found a percent, we found a part. Last piece would be to find our whole. So if I go through, highlight some things for you here. 78 is our numerator. 60%, numerator on the other side. And then of what number? So of denominator, and then since it's what number, there's your variable. So go through, match up our colors here. 78 is our numerator. Our of was our variable. Our percent was 60. And percent is always over 100. Palm tree method, cross multiply divide. So 78 times 100 equals 60 times x. 78 times 100 is 7,800 equals 60x. Divide by 60. That 60 is gone. Divide out to 1. And 7,800 divided by 60 is 130. And if you want, you can rewrite it with the x first. So x equals 130. Final answer. Alright, that is all the notes for section 1. Like I said, nice short section to start this chapter. We'll do some more practice in class tomorrow.